Donald Trump's quest for an American sphere of influence has left Europeans struggling to cope with a rapidly evolving geopolitical landscape. As Trump pursues his agenda of expanding the U.S. sphere of influence, the European Union is finding its footing, mired in internal divisions and fearful of upsetting the U.S. president. The U.S. operation to remove Nicolas Maduro from the presidency of Venezuela and the U.S. president's renewed threats to seize Greenland from Denmark have forced the bloc to confront uncomfortable questions about its decades-long alliance with the world's largest economy and the dependencies that relationship has entrenched. At the same time, the EU, which has proclaimed itself the defender of the multilateral system, faces growing doubts about its commitment to upholding international law and standing up to those who violate it. A joint statement signed by 26 member states, Hungary withdrew, following Maduro's ouster, contained no explicit or implicit condemnation of the military intervention, which academics and experts considered a direct violation of the principles of sovereignty and territorial integrity enshrined in the UN Charter. In fact, the joint statement mentions the United States only once, in a section emphasizing the need to support and facilitate dialogue with all parties concerned, with a view to a negotiated, democratic, inclusive, and peaceful solution to the crisis. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz stated that the legal assessment was complex and required careful consideration, while Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni described the military intervention as a legitimate defensive response. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez is the only EU leader to have unequivocally called Maduro's removal illegal. We will not remain silent in the face of violations of international law, which are unfortunately becoming increasingly frequent. Spain will not be complicit in this trampling, the head of the Madrid government declared this week in Paris. Illegitimacy cannot be met with illegality. Privately, officials and diplomats told Euronews that it would have been counterproductive and irresponsible to engage in a battle with Trump over Maduro, a hostile dictator, while efforts were being made to advance security guarantees for Ukraine. They also pointed to a lack of knowledge about Venezuela and Latin America as a whole as a factor that clouded the collective response.